Welcome to Geek of the Week, issue 4, the official show of the Aberystwyth Cartoons and Comics Society, brought to you by your two hosts, Fraser and Jacob. I'm Fraser.
This is Jacob. Yes, hello, you are back on Geek of the Week. Listening in Wednesdays 8 till 10. It is new comic book day. It is Wednesdays. That means you're going to listen to us talk nerdy about films for a while. It is a very chill Mancunian and a very angry Welsh man. Talking to you about some films. We've got a lot of things to talk about this week.
Yeah, who are we sponsored by?
Pardon? Oh, sponsors, yeah, of course. Well, this is going to link into our theme of TV later because we are today sponsored by Cybus Industries. For those of you who don't know Cybus Industries, we are sponsored by the company that makes Cybermen. Cybermen brought to you the new upgrade for all humans out there in the universe. We will seek to upgrade you and give you the parts required for your body. Cybus Industries, bringing you a healthy C. Yes.
I was so looking forward to where you're going to go with that because I was like, yeah, we'll do a Doctor Who themed sponsor this week, and then I was like, we can do this. We could do the Cyber yeah,
Time Lords,
and then we were like, I was like, oh, how's he going to describe the yeah.
Yeah. I know my Doctor Who shit. Doctor Who stuff. I'm up to date on the Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So we have got some film news to be talking about. We'll be talking about DC. We're talking about maybe a bit of Star Wars in there. We'll be talking about some other film news that's neither of
other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So what have we got first?
Everything and anything. So we're gonna start off with a trailer that dropped today. Wreck-It Ralph 2. Ralph wrecks the internet.
Ralph breaks the internet.
Ralph breaks the
there
internet.
You go. Right
there you go. He breaks the internet.
He
broke that internet with that trailer, though.
That trailer was so.
What did you think of it?
It was so good. I saw a bunch of. I went on social media after the trailer dropped. I went on social media after the trailer dropped, and I heard a bunch of bad reviews saying how it was going to be the Emoji Movie and how it's going to be.
Wait, really?
Legit,
wow.
People are thinking that this is going to be the second Emoji Movie. Personally,
did they not see the first film?
No, legit. They think that this is like the end of the Wreck-It Ralph saga because it's taking that emoji route and it's going to try and be cultural and popular and it's going to try and be hip with the kids. But honestly, I watched it and had so much fun with it.
You know what? That might be butthurt people who are like, no, go back to nostalgia.
Yeah. Go back to Pac-Man.
Yeah.
No, legit. I watched it and I watched it with you and I had so much fun watching it.
Yeah.
The gags in there and the voices they fit.
And also as well, it makes sense. He wasn't forced onto the internet. It's like he's the guy. Him. The guy who owns the arcade literally just put it all online, which is really cool. And I'm wondering if that actually happens. If people just go, "Oh, I'm going to take all my arcade games and just put them online."
They're probably some of them. They're probably on Steam and stuff.
Or to be fair, it probably it probably happens less nicely. Like that guy probably they would have been put on the internet anyway, but that guy wouldn't have had anything to do with it. Yeah. But I had really good fun with it. It was funny seeing him interact. It was like. The Wi-Fi gag was like Wi-Fi.
No. The one that got me was when he was walking through the arcade, the plaza, or whatever, and he's like, "Sign up to this number 6."
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious! Oh my goodness,
that's
so much. It's so comic book resources and college humor, BuzzFeed, that whole thing. And it's like, but he's like, "Oh yes, I can't," and then shit like. Oh no, that was hilarious, and also, I like the little nods, like there's IMDb, there's
National Geographic,
and then they went on eBay and I thought that was really cool.
The kitten
as well was hilarious. Like the for sale. And it's like the eyes and they have a little dialogue with it.
That got both of us was the bunny at the end.
The bunny with because it's those games. Those games are so hilarious, and it's like the pancakes.
Maybe you should stop feeding the bunny, and then it cuts back.
No,
to
pancakes. Pancakes go with the bunny. Yeah, and it's a little Moana that.
Yeah.
So comments would leave you to believe. But I thought it was hilarious. Because before this, we had it down on our show notes because it was they did a little teaser for it. And it was going to be we're going to talk about our predictions, but then it came out. But we can talk about our predictions for the film because I put down memes and vines. Do you reckon they'll touch upon them? Or?
I reckon they might do YouTube. I reckon
a few memes.
I don't know if memes will make it in. Maybe some of them. Maybe some of I don't know which ones. I don't know because
no, they'll be I think there'll be ones that fit. Because they did it in. Oh, they've done it in recent Disney films. With memes.
Okay.
That's me trying to avoid a spoiler there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, oh, God.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say it.
Here's my thoughts on it. I don't want them to include memes. I don't want them to. But
not too many because it like
But
it
I reckon-
does have that thing of like you may date the thing.
But I reckon they
like,
will.
But like yeah, like a little, like it doesn't have to be extra, but like
Yeah.
just some notice of like them interacting with stuff that are memeable.
What
or,
would
like,
you-
them interacting with emojis.
A small little question. What would you rate this trailer out of 10? 10 being, oh my god, this is amazing.
Oh, I can't rate.
Can you not?
No,
Go
I'll
on.
give it a Stranger Things 11.
11.
I'm just gonna any time you ask me
asked
to
me to
rate
so
anything, it's just
I am never asking
it's
you to
just
rate
gonna
anything
be
again.
11.
I hate you.
11.
Oh
that's
my
just
god.
that's gonna be my go-to.
I think-
Unless it's bad, and then
I think this
I need to find like a bad one.
I think this one sums up. I think this sums up our chill Mancunian and a very
Yeah,
angry
yeah.
Welshman. It was like, what are you gonna rate it? 11. I hate you.
Oh, joyful.
I hate you so much.
I'm actually looking forward to the promotional stuff for this because
Oh,
I
it's gonna be
reckon
so
because he's
good.
breaking the internet, he could literally like they could do stuff. It's again like what they did with Deadpool. He could break the internet and like anytime there's a trend, like I kind of want to
that'd
see
be
Ralph.
So good, yeah.
I want to see Ralph around
Ralph
it.
take it, yeah, exactly like that.
Or like, but to be fair, like we were saying with the memes and the vines and stuff like that, maybe
the memes and such.
maybe they could be part of the promotional and not in the less in the film.
Yeah.
Because Disney are quite smart about not dating their stuff. Like you watch anything like even from like 100, maybe not 100 years ago, but like the early stuff of Disney, and it's like you can still watch it now, present day. So they'll probably do stuff.
What
like that.
what else have we got on today's topics?
On today, I love this title for it. So it's Whedon. I've put it as Whedon v Snyder, the dawn of passive aggression.
I think we can sum this up very quickly.
Do you reckon? So
reckon
basically, this is all from the news story that Whedon's off Batgirl. First off, your opinions on that?
Whedon's off Batgirl, yes, it's a good start. I think okay, this is very controversial, I think, still, but I don't think Whedon should have been on it. As good as a writer as he is and things like that, yes, we should have had a woman helming that project from
Well,
the
yeah,
start.
there's some Batgirl writers, like the New 52 stuff, and I think before that and Rebirth, and they said they're really interested in
as well, like
picking it up.
Patty Jenkins, the director,
They
she was
literally-
like, "I'll do it."
They
Screw it.
literally, yeah, I think one of the writers from her comic book runs was literally like, I'll write this thing, and then I think the talks were happening there and then over the internet, like over social media, which is hilarious because one of our other stories is like totally through social media, and if they all come true, it's like, the power of social media. You don't even need to secretly email anyone or anything. But yeah, so the passive aggressive stuff comes from a while back on Twitter. There was a tweet about like how Steppenwolf is a terrible villain or something like that, and Whedon liked it. But then there's been a tweet recently about Whedon leaving the DC, DC property, and then Snyder liked that, and I'm just like, they're sort of going at each other on like social media, but very, very passive aggressively. Like they're not even bothering to like tweet one another.
I didn't even know Whedon was on Twitter, but now I do.
Yeah,
I follow Snyder. I follow
Snyder, yeah. Well, like, it's a horrible situation for them both, really, and again for the DCEU, because it's just like...
Thing is, you both worked on Justice... okay, yeah, no, one of you had to work on Justice League, but, like, you both worked on Justice League, and yes, I get it, you're both directors, and yes, like, alright, you have your differences, but, like, come on, don't passive-aggressive, like...
Yeah.
As much as I like both of you, kind of... you just stop doing it. Come on, like.
Yeah.
I tell you what. Do you want me to put a passive aggressive tweet up about you and see who actually gets it? Who gets the joke?
Who likes it?
I tell you what. I'll put up a passive aggressive.
Oh
tweet
no,
about
don't.
fun.
Oh no, we don't need this negativity.
I tell you what. In the next song, I'll put up a passive aggressive tweet about you.
No, you need to put it like against someone else. Put it against someone else, and I'll like it, and then I'm like, oh, that's me on there.
I tell you what. Shall I do about somebody?
Actually, no, because then that means me going on Twitter, which is very
no.
a slim possibility.
So
about as possible as as these two return on the DCEU.
Snyder's coming back.
I don't think so. They wanted to get rid of him for Justice League, but they're like, oh, we've already got him.
Snyder's coming back.
I don't think so.
Really?
No.
I
think they're done with him because, like I say, with Batman v Superman, after that, they were like, no more, please. Do you want to stick with DC because I
do, yeah, go
forgot
for
to
it.
write
Yeah,
it down, so
yeah.
this might throw you off guard.
Oh no.
But you know those lovely meetings that they always have for. They've had it for Batman v
yeah.
Superman. They've
Yep.
had it for Wonder Woman.
Is this Aquaman?
They've had it for So
Positive test ratings, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Better than Wonder Woman and all this. And I was like, the more and more of these, I'm just like, the less and less I'm like this believe.
No,
but what
right.
do you think about it?
I think I don't think it's my view. This has been influenced by one of our movie reviews that we watch, but they're kind of right. Like I can't argue with this point. When they take these films, when they take Batman, Superman, and when they take Wonder Woman and Suicide Squad into the DCU shareholders meeting, and they show it, and they go, "This is our film." Of course, all the DCEU shareholders stand up and clap because I remember Batman Superman before it came out had positive ratings, and they said it gave it a standing ovation. And of course, you've seen Batman Superman, and of course, these people are going to stand up because it's their damn film.
And they've invested a lot of money in.
That's like me making a student short film, and then me standing up at the end going, "Isn't that goddamn amazing?" And then the lecturer turning around and going, "No, it's not."
Do you want to do that next? Like, if we hit the next student film we do, just be like, stand up and just amazing, brilliant.
It's like, it's because they made their own film. They stand up and go, "Well, it's amazing. Everybody will love this." But they're not the real audience.
It's also you just hit it on the nail because that's exactly what I was about to say. They're not the audience. They're like, they see what they want to see, but like, they need, you need that audience reaction because that's what you've been letting down on, and critics as well. But like, I think they just need new people in house who understand, like, or just a separate division who understand the comic book, like the comic book film, and like understand what's going to be successful in that because. Warner Brothers have done great stuff, like apart from the DC EU. They look like they're doing great stuff with Ready Player One. So like, I hear this kind of buzz for anything else from a board meeting for any other for any other Warner Brothers film. I'm like, okay, so I agree, but I don't think the right people are here for it. It seems like a lot of yes men going, "Oh, that was brilliant," and it's like, yeah, but do you know anything about this? Do you understand what this?
How would you change
it? And what they see is they sort of see, "Oh, you've set up you've linked up. We can make 5 films from this." I feel like they see the more business side because Justice League, Batman v Superman, they were great at setting up. Oh, we can do so many other different films. Wonder Woman, genuinely good film. So I can imagine them going like, I'm
just trying
I'm down for that.
No, I can't. Okay, I can't find.
Do you want more positive DC news?
I was going to say let's go to the third and final DC news that you've got in there.
Yeah, which is the exact. Hey, we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
We just said it in 2 different ways.
Yeah.
So there's a first look at Shazam. It's not supposed to be released. It's literally like
I was gonna say it's not. I didn't actually see these.
Someone's just like sneakily took a bit of
I didn't actually see these. I haven't seen these. I'm googling them now. So you please tell me what you.
So it was basically we saw Shazam's costume, and it looks real. There's just a photo of the Rock in a Shazam gear, but it's that old like photo where he's got the the fanny pack and all that. That's hilarious. If you want, you could probably just go on like a certain website.
You talk about it because I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna go find it.
But yeah, so first off, it was like the hairdo, and he's got the proper cheesy little hairdo, and then the costume, like someone snagged a picture of the costume. And it's all like proper spandex, and like they've proper leaned into. Yeah, there you go.
Bloody
like
hell!
It is. It's super cheesy. But the actor in it, Zachary Levi, he's the guy from Chuck, and Chuck was all about that cheesy sort of humor, but there was serious combats in it. So I'm kind of hoping they're going for that vibe. But if you can't, if you've not seen the image, it's
I tell you what,
it's
very
new.
I'm gonna post it in the chat.
It's very New 52 reminiscent.
It's going in the chat now.
And that's sort of the way DC have been going because that's the sort of universe they're in now. They're sort of in like more present day, like. Marvel's always been about, introducing, people into these characters and like into this universe where DC is sort of already like the bringing people in is like, no, this universe is already standing, we've already had a Robin, one Robin's dead, all this.
Okay, so now seeing these
it
for
looks
the first
good.
time,
yeah,
he looks like a priest and Father Christmas combined. Look.
Oh, is it because of the Christmas tree?
I do.
I think it's hilarious.
I do think it's hilarious.
Because
I want to know if these are real muscles.
It's hilarious. Yeah. No, it really is. Yeah, they've been doing less padding. Because that was one thing they pointed out. Like usually a lot of these things have paddings, but they they use less for him because he's got at some point face off against the Rock. This one he's facing off against what's his name? He was Sinestro. Mark Strong.
Mark Strong, isn't
yeah,
he? Yeah,
he's facing off against Mark Strong, and there was photos of Mark Strong on set as well. So I was like, oh, this is looking cool. Like
Mark Strong is a phenomenal.
And
actor.
also as well,
Dr. Shivana.
yeah, I'm also really I'm kind of looking forward to this film because it's like light-hearted, so it's and it makes sense that his his costume's a bit cheesy. It's been getting a bit of backlash because of because it's like, oh, it's too cheesy, but it's like, no, that's the kind of film you want, like, because that's the thing with with Shazam, he's a kid, he's Billy, he's Billy, and then he becomes a big grown-up superhero, so like it's sort of like a child's version of what a hero would be.
I mentioned this before. Do you remember what I told you about the Justice League panel that we were talking about in the Dark Side?
Oh yeah, when it's
he'd never seen a dead body because they were all adults in the room, but he was still like a 6-year-old kid or something.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Like people always forget as well, and
he's
it's
like
also
killing
the most...
gods, but he's still like a. Oh, that's the suit.
Yeah,
these are the suits.
Yeah. It's also one of the most horrifying things as well. It's like you seen like in Justice the game, Superman kills Shazam, but he's basically just killed a child, and it's grim. But they always go to that, and it's like because you would forget that he's a kid, and it's really cute as well because like the idea of Shazam, like the Billy's thought process for the hero is a mix of Superman and his dad because he sees his dad as his hero. So I'm looking forward, and it's also like a film that looks like it's making positive steps.
I know Henry Cavill won't be in this, or at a stretch he will, but I can't wait to see if they do in the Shazam film. I can't wait to see him maybe see Superman fly across and be like, oh, I want to be like that, or he puts on a cape, he puts on a white cape.
They could do even a nice little thing where he sees the return.
Yeah.
Or this is them if they want to do super deep cuts. If this was Marvel doing it, this would be in Justice League, the person who's filming.
Be him.
If it was Marvel, that would be Billy.
I cannot believe we're this hyped for Shazam.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm just I want DC just to.
I do,
but want a nice DC.
This might be a good start.
Yeah.
After Flashpoint.
Yeah.
What else have we got on the list? Do you want to do Marvel and then Star Wars?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
And also throw you off. We're going to talk about Mark Hamill, but what?
Oh, God,
I thought they weren't talking about. This is again a nice little bit of social media buzz.
Yeah.
There's two stories as well, both involving James Gunn that we're going to talk about. So James Gunn and Mark Hamill were having a nice little conversation.
First of all, two of my favourite people in the world.
On Twitter, I can see why. So they were just, tweeting away. They're apparently neighbours. Like they've got the little
What really?
Yeah. It's like, and he wants to roll in Guardians 3, and James Gunn.
I think Mark
happy to oblige.
James Gunn on Twitter. I think Mark Hamill lives around the corner from me in Malibu, so we can just come over and we can talk about it over a cup of coffee. Mark Hamill to James Gunn. I would be happy to do so, both as a good neighbour and an unemployed actor. All the best.
That's his hilarious. That's Mark Hamill's humour to a T.
And they just keep going, and then they say, "Oh wow."
Yeah, they got a proper thing. Yeah, they're messaging each other. If that comes true, that would be incredible. We were joking, weren't we? Saying.
Sorry, we've just read the chat board, and Yaz has pointed out a good point here. Yaz has just said that he loves how we describe a good DC film if Marvel were to do it.
Yeah,
it's a good point. You're not wrong.
It's kind of true.
Not no.
Yeah, we were jokingly saying, "Oh, imagine if Mark Hamill is Adam Warlock."
Genuinely, so you told me this story, and if Mark Hamill turns out to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, will very, very quickly shoot to be my favourite trilogy of the MCU.
I think that'd be cool, yeah, because they did it with Stallone, didn't they? And he's done, they've done it. He's done great cameos in it. They got Baywatch. What's his name? Thingy Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman.
No.
Nope. Zach. Nope.
No, you are. Oh my goodness. The Hoffman.
David
Hasselhoff. There we go. David Hasselhoff. Didn't even need you to Google it. I was on it. I saw you about to type, and I was like, no, I can't let him beat me to it. And then I was like, half, David.
Nope, yeah.
David Hasselhoff.
Genuinely.
Yeah, they got David Hasselhoff. I don't want to even try and think who else they got, because it's just going to wipe my
Cyrus.
brain. Yeah, they got Miley Cyrus. They've got some really, playing these, the most craziest Marvel comics, and they've got all these great.
If genuinely, people. I'd love it as a nerd.
Also, as well, the people in the Nova Corps in the first one, you've got that Cruella de Vil.
Oh, Clang plus.
And Glenn Close,
and
yeah.
John C. Reilly, Ralph,
And John C. Reilly, yeah.
and David Peter Stivigowitz.
Yeah. What you said.
Genuinely,
Like they've got all these for the maddest ones, and it'd be so cool just to see them, even if it's just a cameo.
I know, no. Even if I was gonna say, even if they did have Mark Hamill as Adam Warlock, like as much as I joke and I'm a bit
that
nerd,
would be a bit. Yeah.
I would absolutely love it. I think it would be amazing.
The only thing it does is like it ruins like future possibilities, and also like Adam Warlock would have just been born, and he's born into like an
old man's body.
Yeah.
No, because if I saw Mark Hamill punch Thanos. If I saw Mark Hamill as anybody,
that would mess my brain.
I would.
I'd be like, am I dreaming?
I'd fall in love. That's it. I'd be gone.
No, yeah, so, that would be absolutely crazy bananas.
Speaking of
the other one. No. Oh, sorry,
no.
And that was a perfect segue.
Yeah,
but
no.
We've got to talk about the other.
I just referenced Thanos.
James Gunn was also talking about Groot, and this is very upsetting. Well, here was the segue. So, Thanos is going to make people very sad.
Yeah.
And James Gunn also made people very sad because he confirmed that the Groot in Guardians 1 dead, and that Baby Groot is his son. And everyone was like, because I thought it was a like reincarnation thing, and like I think so did many others. And it's like, no.
I think that is absolutely...
No, he said it. He said it out of his mouth.
I know. What, of his mouth or on Twitter?
Well, on Twitter. So it's out of his mouth onto his keyboard.
I think that is
out of his brain hole.
Fudge. I can't say anything because it's before 9, but I think
but like it's coming from the director's mouth.
Yes, I know, but that's exactly what J.K. Rowling's doing now with her. Oh,
this
character's this and this character's this.
No, but we actually saw it happen, and it was actually on screen instead of not being in the book.
But I don't think that's how... Okay, I don't know how trees give birth, but I don't know.
No,
and
but
I'm not sure.
That's the whole thing, because he sacrifices himself, doesn't he? And he gets exploded, and then the little bit, the reminiscent bit, that's sort of how birth works. Like you leave a bit of you, and then that grows.
No, because it's still the same you. It's still
right.
You.
So if you into a woman, that's a bit of you.
Yeah.
And then that becomes like
a
son is a part of you.
If I ripped you
if you have a child, that is a part of you. Jacob.
No, listen, wait. Stop.
As a father.
Listen, no, stop.
I'm not a father.
I saw this on your notes, and I thought I can't wait to talk about this. And I
right, get Twitter up. I'm telling you.
Let me talk, and then I'll get Twitter up. Okay. If I ripped your arm off, because that's part of Groot. If I ripped your arm off and stuck it in a clone tank, and then made you. If I made you from that arm, if I grew the rest of you out from that arm, that's not your son, that's you.
No, because he explodes the whole... Right, here's the thing as well. So, oh God.
I'm getting it up now.
This is getting
No, I absolutely love
intense.
This.
So, Ultron, would you say Tony Stark is his dad in the films? And would you say Hank Pym's his father in the comics? Yes.
Yeah.
And people say Vision is his... See, there you go. First proof.
Oh, yeah,
James Gunn, first Groot is dead.
It's a sapling, so Groot's clone, if I remember correctly from biology, from Yaz.
Well, yeah, but it's his son. I'm sorry, Yaz. I respect you very highly, but I will take the person who directed... Oh, here we go. And he's continued on. It's canon AF, and it's in the movies. What's this? Of course they are. Would you think an infant was your dead grandfather? That little jerk has not a clue what's going on. So, there you go.
I know.
There you go. No, just accept it.
I will.
Accept the... You know what? Get the steps up of, grief. Because I'm pretty sure this is denial. Soon you'll have bargaining. You'll go, no, maybe. Because I wanted to believe it was like reincarnation, as you are saying. Oh, yeah. Like
denial and then anger. I've done the anger. Bargaining's next.
Yeah, so go on. What are you bargaining about?
If I ripped your arm off, which I will do.
Yeah, and if you clone me, I'd say, yeah, it's my son.
It's not your son!
Well, I'm saying he's my son.
All right, can we go on to the next topic, please?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing as well. That clone isn't the original Groot. That clone isn't the original me. So this isn't the original Groot. Boom.
Yeah, but that doesn't
hook, line, and sinker.
That doesn't
Baby
make him
Groot.
his son.
No, yeah.
That doesn't make him his
right.
son.
It doesn't make him his son, but it also proves that the first Groot is dead, and that Baby Groot, James Gunn's saying his son, so he sees him as a son.
I'm getting this away. I'm taking this page off. There, go. Right.
Go away. Go.
Go away.
No, I'm not backing up your point here. But no,
Please,
basically, the emotional... You know what? You've ruined this emotional moment. I was ready to grief in an acceptable...
I was grieving
way.
too.
And you come here with your edgy grief and your nasty vibes, you know. I just wanted to take a moment and think of... think of original
Do you know what? Sometimes
Thinking of the original OG Groot.
You know, sometimes on Geek the Week...
Right, let's all just
about
take a
topics.
minute. Let's all just take a minute for the original OG Groot. Actually, we don't need to take a minute because that would be dead space.
Yeah.
Let's do 10 seconds for the
I am not
10
gonna-
seconds
I am not-
for
no,
the
I'm
OG
not-
Groot.
I'm not
You know
doing
what?
this.
I'm muting you. And that was 10 seconds for Groot, the OG Groot. Our thoughts are with you.
Okay.
And to his son.
Last comment on this.
No, maybe no. So, villains in Infinity War. There was a mugshot. Way! It's funny because it was a character on a mug. Of a character. A new character we didn't know who was going to be in it, called Warbringer, who is a leader of the Chitauri. Are you okay, Jacob?
Yes, I'm fine.
So yeah, new villain. What do you think?
I don't give a fudge. What? I think I've seen this in the trailer. I think you just Google.
No, this is the first time he's been seen.
Oh, is this the first time?
Yeah, boy.
Is he?
Because we've seen other, like, we've seen members of the Black Order, but this guy, I don't think he's a part of the Black Order. He's in Thanos' crew. He's like, yo, I'm part of your squad.
He's not part.
It's the Legion, maybe Black Legion or something.
Not gonna lie, it's probably revenge for the Avengers 1.
Also, as well, he's in the Infinity storyline, which apparently they're gonna lean onto quite a bit. So
he's probably
just means he's got, Thanos has got more badass looking people. The guy looks badass as well.
We have some. Oh my god, Baby Groot has no memory of previous life. I just not remember pushing the right button. Baby Groot has. This is gold, guys. Okay, we thank you for.
We peaked.
Okay, legit. Right. Sometimes I get people coming up to me in the street and like to be like, "Oh, I listened to your show. I listened to Geek the Week. It's really good." And then starting a random conversation that we've had on Geek the Week, and either shouting at me, being like, "By the way, you were wrong on this issue," or going, "Do you know what? Fraser was right," or be like, "Oh, you were right." I feel as though people are going to come up to me. Please do. Just come up to me in the street. I don't mind. Just come up to me and just go, "By the way, you were right about Groot," or "By the way, you were wrong about Groot."
By the way, Groot's dead.
By the way, Groot's dead.
Why was you
Sorry,
remind me?
back to Warbringer.
Sorry, I feel like I wasn't supportive. It's okay, bro. Don't worry. We can get through this together.
Put his hand on my shoulder.
We've had our moment. Yeah, forget they can't see this. I put my hand on his shoulder with a reassuring grip.
I type in the 5 stages of denial.
We lock eyes. We know we're gonna make
argue.
we're gonna make it through this together. Because despite our arguing, the truth is we both care about each other.
We both care about Groot.
And we both care about the OG
Yeah.
Groot.
Yeah.
And we just want him to. We just want it to be okay.
Anyway, back.
But we can't accept that he's gone.
We can't. Back to
And now
Warbringer.
we're gonna Warbringer. Just he was on a mug.
He was on a mug. All right, next.
He was on a mug. He's cool. Oh well, there was the other toys, weren't there? And Sebastian.
There was a bunch of pop vinyls.
Sebastian Stan not knowing one of the villains, which is hilarious because they've sort of like kept him out the dark.
Well, legit. No, this Tuesday, I thought
Tuesday.
I thought there was going to be a trailer because Paul Bettany, Sebastian Stan, and Karen Gillan were on the Good Morning America to show off these new toys, and I thought there was going to be a trailer. I was wrong.
To be fair, there's been so much, like, so many people have been talking about Infinity War, like, they've got a buzz without the trailer, which annoyed me. I was like, oh, come on, this would be perfect time. But then, like, because would it be the last one? Like, because there was some talks like, oh, the next one's going to be the last one. I'm like, oh, no.
Oh.
I kind of want, like, it's that thing, innit? You want more, but then also, like, you just want more to sort of, like, fill the void until...
Yeah, no, you just want more until the next one comes along.
Should we talk about the wars in the stars?
We can go on about the wars in the stars. Go for it. Yeah, what have we got? I didn't actually know about this news. You didn't...
It's very recent.
It is. How
super recent.
Oh, wow, go for it.
This week.
Oh.
Lights on this week's Geek of the Week.
Shut up.
Sorry. I was sorry. That was so sarcastic. That was, I need like a sarcasm button just like to deny it all.
I need to be on the mics.
Yeah, Snoke's rise to power was covered in the Last Jedi novelization. So the novel of the Last Jedi. They always add sort of stuff into these. Mostly canon, But unfortunately, the novel from The Force Awakens was a bit told it was wrong by Episode 8.
Oh.
Because in Episode 8, Ray and Poe meet for the first time. And they're like, oh, hey.
Oh, I remember this, yeah.
But in the in Episode 7's novel, they meet.
The novelization is due out on March the 6th, and it's hinting about how he could conceal himself from Emperor Palpatine. And the bloodthirsty strategist will go on to use Palpatine's contingency plan, Operation Cinder, in the wake of his death to transform the fallen Empire into the First Order. That's kind of so he could hide himself.
Sorry, I nearly snoozed then.
Oh, I swear to God, is it gonna be one of those shows?
Snoozed on Snoke. No, yeah, that does sound pretty cool.
I mean,
sorry, or whatever you were gonna say.
Oh, that's it. I swear to God. I mean, I'm interested in finding out. I'm not going to read the book. I'll see it online. But
just Google
just
it.
Google it. But it should be interesting to see.
Do you reckon they're going to reveal any of the Snoke theories?
What, like who he is?
Yeah.
Mace Windu, Jar Jar
Your
Binks,
Snoke theory sucks.
I reckon probably. Do you know what? I don't reckon they would have done this if he didn't die in Last Jedi. Sorry, spoilers, but it's out now. If he didn't die in Last Jedi, I reckon they would not have included this in this book.
Yeah.
Yeah? I reckon they'd have kept it
Yeah.
secret.
Well, yeah, I think this has always been the plan. I think the plan has always been to sort of off him, because I feel like Kylo's really the big bad.
Yeah.
Because like the big bad in
bad quotation marks.
Yeah, big bad. Oh, nice.
Thank you.
I like that. But yeah, he's like the thing. He's the main point. And like Snoke was only there to serve Kylo's story. Phasma was only there to serve Finn's story.
Yeah.
I hate to say, like, people had so much like interest in like hated Last Jedi because of the way them two characters were treated. They were only there to serve the character's story, and it's a shame. But like, there's so many characters in Star Wars, so many characters in film that were made just for that. And you want to learn more about them, then that's great. Like you've got the Phasma novel and comic. Like you want to learn more about Snoke, it's this.
It's this Jedi novel, yeah.
Yeah, like what you gonna do, bro?
Speaking of our last topic for film news, sad film news. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I was like worried about the segue you were gonna do there.
Sad film news.
Sad, but also like sort of nice.
Silver lining.
Yeah, silver lining, and like a nice little reflective thing. So
I know
incredible.
I know you might tear up at this.
Incredible,
take your time.
Incredible director of film, writer of TV, writer of film, director. Basically, he's done a bit of everything. He's done comics, TV, and film. He's basically our show.
Yeah.
Like, we could do a whole thing on this guy. But yeah, Kevin Smith had a heart attack earlier this week. He was doing two comedy shows, and after the first one, he wasn't feeling too good. He was feeling a bit nausea. Yeah. So he like laid down and stuff like that. He was throwing up. But he actually stopped the second show to go to the hospital, and it's a good thing he did, because otherwise, who knows what would have happened. Yeah, and he suffered a heart attack. He released a video a couple of days ago on YouTube. Like, it was 20 minutes. Of course, I watched it because I'm hooked, line, and sinking on Kevin Smith's everyday life, let alone his YouTube channel. But he was talking about the way through it, and obviously his family have a lot of heart problems. Like, his dad passed away from a heart attack. But one thing I sort of loved is, like, when he was talking about this video, you could still see that he was still him, and he was like, some of his biggest worries were like, I identified in these so much because I remember I had a heart operation thing, and I had a very similar worry to Kevin Smith. He was so worried. He was so worried about them lifting up his shirt, and it was just like, you're having a heart he's having, he's in this like terrible way, and he's just like, oh no, they're gonna look under my shirt. And also he was like, oh, we're gonna have to shave your groin area, and he was like, they're gonna see my wang. No, that's me keeping it also okay for 9. Yeah. But like, he was so worried about that, and he actually communicated with the doctor to work out this perfect way. So he was like, where do you need to insert, and where do you need to shave? It's like, okay, you can do it here. And then they were like, it doesn't matter. But the doctors were really nice about him, and they were like, because he was like, oh, my big worry was that you guys were going to see it and all talk about it. I was like, oh yeah, we all talked about how huge it was. And he was like, oh, it made me feel so good. They're totally lying, but it made me feel so good. And it was hilarious. Like, one of his big things was like, he made it made him reevaluate life, and that's incredible. And he's also saying about the big thing he was worried about was not getting to do Jay and Silent Bob
literally
reboot.
just about to mention that. That's the one thing he wanted to do. And I'm reading through the comments, and like I've seen so I see all the Chris Pratt responses.
Also,
I saw the James Gunn.
yeah,
I saw
that's amazing.
I saw Grant Gustin, and I saw everybody just gushing over him.
The Rock, entertainment. It just shows how much of an impact this guy has.
Yeah.
And I think there's this lovely thing. The lovely thing about Kevin Smith is he's a fan of everything, but people are fans of him. Like he does his show, podcast Fat Man and Batman. He does Hollywood Babylon. He does all these different podcast shows about Hollywood and all these different films, gushing over Guardians, gushing over the DC stuff. Yeah. And then to see stars and directors from that saying like, oh no, like Chris Pratt is a massive fan of Clerks.
And then Greg Gustin on Flash, because he's worked with him.
Yeah, and he's worked like Goldberg, he's done all this, like everyone working, like they're fans of him and he's fans of, like, it's just the perfect way to be, and it's really inspiring for fanboys like us, because like, oh, we can be a part of that work.
Yeah.
And it was just great to see. A bit of an annoying thing, like people were going at Chris Pratt because he was like all about like his prayers with him, and I was like, you don't need to do that. Like someone's showing like some positive emotion here, just keep the positive vibes going. And it's just like,
I saw this,
it's so annoying, and the fact that like James Gunn and Kevin Smith had to go to defense him, and it's just like, come on guys, like it's just like spreading happy thoughts, and it's just like, you know what, we don't have a limited amount of happy thoughts, because people are like, why aren't you giving them to someone else? Like we can spread thoughts and prayers and good feeling to as many people as we want. That's the amazing thing about him. Like it's not, oh, I have a limited amount of happy thoughts. Sorry, Jacob, I can't give you happy thoughts this week because I've been giving them to someone else.
Should we have a new section on? I proposed 2 new sections for the Film News Chat.
Passing happy thoughts.
No. I propose happy thoughts section. I also propose James Gunn section, because James Gunn makes it into our film news nearly every week.
Yeah, it's been a James Gunn heavy one. But yeah, this is a long shot. But if Kevin Smith heard this,
goddamn, we love you. We both love you.
And
he loves you more because he watches you more. But
I'm just glad that you're safe and you got a new outlook on life and a new health, and you are truly an inspiration. And also, I'm doing my essay on you in a bit, so.
Oh well, in that case, Mark Hamill, if you're listening, I did an essay on you and Adam Driver.
I'm gonna get a new lease on. I'm gonna literally get to splurge my knowledge on him, and I'm so happy. Like he's making uni work a joy.
Shall we do the chat board and then go to a few songs?
Yeah. Is there anything from the chat?
Sweet, we have. We got Yaz. Well, we got Yaz. I don't know, talking about some biology.
Yaz.
Baby Groot. No memory of Previous Life. Not pushing the right button. Also, the Finn and Rose storyline felt like it was included, but they didn't have anything to do with the main plot line. And it was like I feel a lot of people have like Rose. Like we were talking about the characters that are only there for other characters. Like Rose and
Benicio del Toro's character, because obviously he's a stormtrooper who thinks he's on the right side, and Benicio del Toro's DJ's like, there are no good sides.
No, literally.
There are no good sides. Oh, I read that comic.
It was a strange issue, but it was good.
I love it. I literally read it like in Benicio del Toro's voice with all the because it had stutters on it, and I was like,
it was a weird issue. It was like political, but it was
I liked that character.
Shall we go to a few songs?
Yeah, so this is the film bit done, guys.
Film bit done. We're talking about TV soon. We have got a bunch of TV news for you. We've got DC. We got some Marvel in there. We got Marvel in there. No, we haven't. We got Star Wars.
You lied.
First of all, a bit of neither, which we meant to talk about last week, but I completely forgot to write it down on the show notes. Doctor Who has got a new goddamn logo. 10 minutes until I can swear. Doctor Who's got a new logo for Jodie Whittaker.
And Bradley Walsh is the companion. It looks dope. Like you did the cool little parallel with the women.
Hang on.
Female.
So the H, little Easter egg if you want to bring it up. The H and the O on the end of Who. If you twist it to the side, it makes the female logo. It makes the female.
Squint a bit.
It makes the female sex symbol, which I think is really cool. They also released an image of Jodie Whittaker and the TARDIS on like this desert hill somewhere. And honestly, I am really excited for this. And I've got a lot of stuff to say about it.
It's a cool looking logo. Aside from that nice little nod to the nod to like, oh, we have a female Doctor.
They released a
I'm
little
really
video.
looking forward
Every-
to.
see,
I'm
this
really
is-
looking forward to Bradley Walsh.
This is my thing. So they've introduced Bradley Walsh and they've introduced a female Doctor, and have you seen Doctor Who before?
yeah.
So like I know people that have never watched Doctor Who before, and I know people that
Oh, and
don't,
now they're
or
interested.
have tuned it off when David Tennant regenerated.
That seems to be a lot of people.
Yeah. I know
Sorry,
people.
Matt Smith. What a poor
I know
guy.
people that haven't watched Doctor Who in ages, and then they bring out a logo like this, and also with the news that she's a lady now, and people are suddenly like, "Oh, I haven't watched it in ages, but I'm gonna start watching
Yeah.
it." And it's stuff like this that gets me hyped
Gets
for the
people-
new season.
Because there's some people as well, like they always.
And some of the writers have gone, which is great.
Yeah, because apparently there was always there
Yep.
was some issues with
Some
the
issues
writers.
with the
Like
writing,
after,
yeah.
they weren't that.
Tons
great.
of issues. That's a whole show in itself.
Because I watched a bit, the like emoji smiley one. You know where it's like everyone
the
has to be
robots, yeah.
smiling. I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty cool.
That
'Cause
was
that was when I was going to get back into it, and then someone told me like it's ending soon. I was like, and we're getting a new Doctor, so I was like, I'll get
the
back.
robots one. With
I was like, I'll get back into it because it was the other
the
dude.
robots one with the smiley one, Peter Capaldi.
Yeah,
the robots one
no,
with
the
the
other dude with as well, the other dude from Little Britain.
Oh, Matt Lucas. Yeah,
Matt
he was
Lucas,
great in
yeah.
it. So the robots
And
with the smiley one
the
was probably-
student one as well. She was cool. The student character.
Oh, I can't remember her name. God
Yeah,
damn it.
but she was cool.
No, the robots with the smiley one was probably the best one in the series.
Oh,
but
then I'm
it's-
glad I watched it then.
It's probably it's stuff like this that gets me hyped this season. And even if you're not a fan of Doctor Who, just give it a chance because it's going to be cool. They know, and they understand the responsibilities and pressure that is on them to deliver
to sort
a
of
show.
bring it back.
Yeah, to bring it back and to deliver a show that everybody's happy with, especially with this new female Doctor. And I have hope. They're going to knock it out of the
gonna do
park with new writers and Bradley Walsh is going to be
like
on
a
it.
new direction as well.
Yeah,
Because
it's gonna-
it's sort of like when they brought it back with Christopher Eccleston. That sort of like brought it back into the mainstream
Yeah,
and people
Brent,
started
yeah.
to enjoy it again. And then new David Tennant, I think, brought in even more new fans. Like that's the thing. The cool thing with these regenerations is it's a cool place for people to restart. Like this show's been going on for so many years, but you don't have to, you don't have to go all the way back to the beginning to binge it. Imagine if someone did that; that would be incredible. Abed
Oh,
sort of does
God.
it in Community,
Well, the
but-
Aberhoovian Society are right next to us, in the room next to us. So if you want to go and...
But like, yeah, if we wanted to, like,
Yeah.
one full day. Actually, it probably wouldn't be a day. It'd be like at least a week, maybe
be a week, yeah.
maybe a month. But yeah, it always gives like a nice little people to restart and re-jump back on.
It's a great logo. Sorry, go on to chat board. Please talk about Iris. Iris is coming up. The show has been in desperate need of a rebrand for years. It has, and it's getting one, which is great. And they're changing everything. Production-wise, so which is great because it's what it exactly needs. And I'm excited.
As a Doctor Who fanatic, have you
yes.
been to the museum?
What, the experience in Cardiff?
Yeah.
Yeah, they closed it
the
down.
one. Yeah.
Closed it down before I got there. Not before I got there, but I got there and then
You've
they
been
closed
there.
it down like this year or whatever. But yeah, I have
But
been
you've
there.
been and seen it, yeah.
It's some good stuff. It's some.
Yeah.
I went there when I went there when it was David Tennant as the Doctor, so they had all like the Cybermen and the Ood and the Daleks and stuff like that, and it was really cool and it was a good day out. But yeah, they closed it down now because obviously everybody's lost interest. So
It was a lovely day.
it was a lovely day. It was a lovely day.
I know it's a shame. I hope it really does come back because like the Christmas episodes, I just remember they were always a big thing for my family. It's like, and like me and my brother like watched the show religiously, and then my dad as well. But then like Christmas, everyone would watch, and the three of us would sort of be like explaining what's going on. But it was cool while I was over in America, bit of a traveller.
Yeah. Oh.
Follow me on Instagram for those travel likes. No, joking. Imagine if I was that douchey. Don't look at my Facebook profile. That is incredibly douchey. I apologise.
Do you want me to put
No,
my social
don't.
medias in the
No.
chat?
It's also the cover for my iPad. Oh no, I'm gonna have to change it. Too douchey. Yeah, when I was over there, they literally had a whole on the on one of the channels. It was a
DJ.
whole. I know, yeah. I was like channeling him. He's like he took over me for a
DJ.
second. There was a whole day dedicated to like the Doctor Who Christmas specials,
sweet.
starting from Christopher Eccleston and onwards. And I watched them and I could remember every single one. But the way they could tell a story, like it didn't matter if you didn't see anything else in the series, but the way they told the story and the development, even just through the Christmas specials, like obviously I remembered what happened, but like the development from the first Christmas one to his last one to when he changes into Matt Smith. That was so emotional. Even for me, like I was watching it years back because he sees Billy Piper Rose again and he sees all his different companions where they are, Donna and stuff. And I'm like, dude, that show was so on point at the time. Like it was so great. And then sadly it went down. I imagine because of writers, but yeah. Part of me's gutted that I never gave Matt Smith a chance, but
I have other opinions on why it went down. But I have we're not going to voice those.
I mean, you can if you want.
Matt Smith, he was crap.
Oh, is he not a good doctor?
I personally didn't like him as Matt, but everybody, well, not everybody, but some people.
I think it's one of them, and it's sort of like a James Bond or like everyone's or like a Batman. Everyone's sort of got their own, and David Tennant, good one. Christopher Eccleston was really good as well. Like he's like one of the most bizarre ones because like they're all sort of got like similar, characteristics. Like proper English chap, but he's like, he's from Salford.
No, the problem was with every Doctor after David Tennant was because David Tennant was so iconic. Everybody tried to replicate him, but they can't. And comparing.
What did you think of Peter Capaldi? Because the stuff I saw of him, I thought it was pretty cool, but it was, he
wasn't great at the start. But when he got developed and he had good writers, he actually really pulled it through.
Once he got into his role, it's a shame he was only
the last few episodes of him. Not maybe last few episodes of him. I was just kind of like, oh, maybe I can warm up to him. And then he went. So
do you want a cool little tidbit? So the original Doctor something Baker.
Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah.
So when they finished or started, they were the same. No, I think when they finished, they were the same age as Peter Capaldi. But when you look at the two, they were totally different. Like it just shows, like it's a nice little thing to show in society, like how we've changed and how we're all looking younger.
Yeah. Can I make one request for the TV news? Can you wait a good 3 minutes until we talk about Iris?
So Walking Dead's back.
Walking Dead's back! Woohoo! Walking Dead's back! I get to talk about Walking Dead for a good 3 minutes. So
I've got another story just in case.
No, I'm going to talk about Walking Dead. Walking Dead is back. I know, some of you might not watch Walking Dead. Those of you do. Let's
Don't
have
worry,
a chat.
Sam.
Please come up to me, talk about Walking Dead, because I haven't got many people left, because there's not that many people left watching Walking Dead. But about maybe two...
They're stopping as well. They're dying off as well as the...
as well as the cast members. About 2-3 hours ago, I watched the new episode that came out.
Carl's back, right?
Carl's dead.
Well, he's dead, yeah, but they were doing like a big homage.
It was essentially... So we got... It wasn't... Like, the reveal was that he wasn't bitten in the attack. He was bitten a few days ago and just didn't tell everyone.
What are you doing, Carl?
There was other big reveals.
No, sorry. I'm just practicing for, when a Walking Dead fan talks to me and goes, do you watch the show? No. And he goes, can you believe Carl? And I was like, well, considering I just told you I didn't watch the show. But yeah. How could he not tell everybody?
That's it.
Yeah, sorry. No, you're helping me here. It's good.
Essentially, Carl. This was a big homage to Carl because obviously the actor wants to go off and do other things, and they had his.
Please tell me they did like a music video to like my sacrifice.
No, they did. No. Even better, they did the very stereotypical thing of they have all the not cast members but like characters come up to them, and they would come up, and then Carl would say something to them, and then that would be like Carl's last words.
Wait, can I just ask one question?
Yeah.
Did he whisper into one specific person's ear, and it's like, we don't know what he's going to say?
No, didn't do that. Although,
disappointing.
No, even better. Gave them notes.
Oh no!
Thing is,
what do the notes say?
When he was bitten, it was a sacrifice for somebody else.
Sacrifice.
I swear to God,
Sorry.
if you ruin this for me, I just want to talk. I don't do this when you're doing Riverdale.
Carry on. You can if you want.
His sacrifice was for somebody that he saved, and he was bitten like a week ago, but he just didn't tell everyone. He just kept it under wraps, and then he started to feel ill during the attack.
I just want you to know that I resisted the urge to go about a week ago.
Okay, good. They also had this storyline of Morgan, who about three seasons ago was not a killer. Total Zen.
Sorry, I was like Jeffrey D. Morgan.
No.
Yeah,
Total Zen.
He's Negan, right?
I swear, I will wrap this.
No, I'm trying to impress you.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan is Negan, yeah.
Yay, thank you.
Morgan, this total Zen dude, hippie, doesn't kill zombies, just knocks them out. He killed about 20 people in this episode with a stick. He didn't shoot anyone. He drove a stick through multiple people's necks.
So, as someone watching this for a while, did you ever expect this from the character? Is this sort of like a total... Dude, I didn't know he had that in him.
Essentially, he's been going off and off the rails.
Yeah.
And this was kind of and then, he was about to kill this one dude with a stick. He was about to drive this one, and then a kid comes up and stabs the dude with a stick. And then he realizes, he's like,
That's
wait,
strong.
I can't.
To try and impress you even more, would you say this guy is lawfully good?
Oh my God.
I know. Was
was
that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
good.
not, I wouldn't say much as lawful good, maybe chaotic good, but It's good. That's some good juju.
Is chaotic good? Like I'm so good. I'm super good.
No.
Or
It's like it's so you'll do it. So you'll do something, but for the interest of good. So like, I will ruin.
Oh, you'll
this.
do something crazy, but it's for
like,
good.
So like,
okay.
my god, maybe not my god, but like, I will ruin this bank, but only because they are a corrupt system. So
I get you.
like, I will kill that man.
That's like Robin Hood.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Robin Hood.
Yeah,
is like
Robin Hood
chaotic
is a good version of chaotic good.
And this is D&D for dummies.
But Walking Dead is back. The trailer for the next episode looks really good. I cannot wait for more. Although yes, I do realize that the reviews are getting bad and people are losing. But I know people that have been watching for ages that are losing interest now. But please, somebody for the love of God,
you're keeping it going.
for the love of God, talk to me about Walking Dead.
This is going to be part of our weekly segment. Zombie Wang
Zombie Wang
or Zombie Clang.
Zombie Clang. No Zombie Wang today.
Is Zombie Clang a good? Like no, or if you have a better suggestion
if you have a better
for
one,
what like a non
Zombie Bang, no.
Zombie Bang, no, because then it's like the bang.
I'll say Zombie Clang.
Wang,
Zombie Clang.
Zombie Clang for now.
Zombie Clang. Unfortunately, no Zombie Wang in this episode.
Aww.
The episode that it does, though, I can't wait to reveal and go Zombie Wang.
Zombie Wang. And guess what, guys? Zombie Wang.
Zombie Wang. But it's gone 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock now.
Yay.
So
We can talk about.
there's a new Flash episode called Run Irish Run, where there's a picture that they made you very irate and lived up to the stereotype of angry Welsh man, where Iris has got her own little Flash outfit because she has the powers of the Flash now. So, Jacob, what do you think?
Iris has got speed powers, hasn't she?
Yeah. Remember that bit? Oh, was it a joke or was it actually in the thing? And it was really like, wow, everyone but Iris, and we were laughing, going, ha ha.
Oh no, it was in the thing, I think.
Yeah,
it was
it's
in the
like
TV show.
Really, everyone but Iris got speed because it was when Wally got her on it. But yeah, she's got speed powers. She's giving Barry a rest for
It's
a
all gone
week.
to shit, hasn't it? It's all gone to shit, hasn't it, Fraser? It's all gone to shit. Why?
Do you reckon this is an episode we can skip?
I hope. Just don't.
I'm joking.
Why? Like, we're the Flash, and then this, and then and then he's got to have a kid. I just don't understand why they're giving. This is not needed. This is the last thing they need.
Imagine after this, she's like, that whole thing about we're the Flash. I'm sorry, I've been the Flash for a day. No, you are the.
Yeah, that'd be great.
No, I'm good.
We're
a good partnership, but yeah.
I just don't see why Iris needs speed powers. This is irrelevant.
Maybe filler.
Probably is filler.
Almost definitely filler.
Almost, yeah.
To be fair though, it could do with obviously the Thinker's out for people's powers and like they're toying with the thing that like he can move powers about. So maybe after he goes with Barry, not seen the episode by the way, we'll talk about it next time. Out of pure anger really, like no, I'm not watching it until I've calmed down. Yeah, so like it might be one of those things like Barry passes because obviously the Thinker knows that he's got powers, so maybe he passes it to Iris, or maybe something goes amok and then Iris gets the powers. Or it could do with their daughter ?
The daughter ? Yeah, which is
with the Speed Force writing. That is cool.
That is pretty cool. I don't mind that.
Last week, wasn't it? With the big. Oh well, before they went on a break with when it's her again, and she's like, "Oh, I'm fine," and she's writing all this stuff in Speed Force. That was sick.
Because she can translate what Barry writes. Then.
Yeah.
Legit, like
that's exciting stuff.
To put the anger aside for one moment, hi Mum, I know you're watching. I'm sorry, but I don't see why Iris needs speed powers. I don't see why. She's irrelevant. You can cut her out of the show, but I know you need her because she's in the Flash comics. But she doesn't need to be. They're married.
It's the only way that. Well, it's like the Honest trailer's pretty funny, and it's like because it's like this is a very CW. Like if the CW wrote the Flash because it's all about romances and that's what CW do. You know what? I think watching like Riverdale and shows like that and sort of more cheesy shows, like it's sort of like. It might lessen your anger. You're just sort of like, oh, this is just the way it's sort of.
This is just the way it is. Yeah.
Because sort of, I'm just sort of like, I'm less and less like with Iris now. I'm just like, it's okay.
Oh, I don't.
Like it's a nice little break where I can turn my brain off for a bit.
Any scene she's
not
in.
like that, not offensively. Like just like okay, there's probably not gonna be like a serious plot point or like it's just like a nice little bit of romance. I'm like, okay.
Any point that Iris is in, I immediately think. First of all, fuck this, and then secondly, do I need this scene? Yeah. No, and the answer is usually 100% no.
Who do you reckon's going to say "Run Irish Run"? Do you reckon it's going to be Barry or do you reckon someone else?
Barry.
Or do you reckon Joe might?
Oh, that would be so cool, but
No,
it also crap.
It's almost definitely going to be Barry.
I'd like Joe to say.
Oh
Ron
no!
Perlman.
Imagine if it was.
Elongated Man.
No, I was going to say Cecile.
Cecile. Oh, for
You're breaking my heart. She just goes,
I
run,
know.
Iris, run. That I feel like that would give you like an like.
I am having an
brain.
aneurysm right now. Like this is. I hate Cecile as well.
You'd be like the bunny from Wreck-It Ralph, but with anger instead of being filled with pancakes and exploding, you'd be filled with anger and explode.
Can we talk about Star Wars? I like Star Wars.
Yeah, of course. So Dave Filoni.
Thank you.
Dave Filoni, the head of the head dude. I don't know. I got really distracted there. Head dude of Rebels in Clone Wars was talking about more about a new Star Wars show coming, perhaps maybe even live action. Oh, I know, right? But it's definitely coming. Yeah, live action. Would you be down for that?
I would be down for that.
And what would you kind of want?
See, now think right. Whenever one of these topics comes up, like, oh, the Game of Thrones writers have got the show, or what's his name, Rian Johnson has got a TV trilogy. Yeah. My answer's always Old Republic. Yeah, cool. And now this is the third piece of news we've got with saying the people have got a Star Wars show. What have they got left? Like, I don't know what.
Well, the ages ago, George Lucas was working on this. It was sort of like a mobster, sort of like
is this
gangster thing?
Yeah. See, now that'd be all right. I'd like to see the bounty
like
hunters.
a TV show, but like yeah, I trust this guy. Like anything, it'd be cool to see what he does live action as well. Because I thought, despite us, like we don't really like follow Rebels or Clone Wars only stuff. We feel like we're really interested in. Like we're not.
We watch the lightsaber fights.
But like we at Note, like there's like the stuff we watch has been the cool story moments. Like the stuff with Thrawn, the stuff with Maul, the stuff with Vader. Like there has been cool moments in it. So it'd be cool to see what he brings into live action. Because not that live action feels more canon, but it's like it's more stuff to take note of.
I might watch the last few episodes of Rebels just to see how it ends.
Just to see how it ends. Yeah, and then who knows? One day, from bored and the strikes are still going on, you might just binge it all.
Like
take it all when it's all on Disney Life, and I just
I'm excited, but I just would like to. I'd like a bit more detail about where they're going. Like what?
Well, I think right now it's sort of that like. Not Star Wars fatigue, because I hate that sort of fatigue thing, but like we're getting Han Solo soon, and then they've started on Episode 9, and I'm just like,
write the script, haven't they? J.J. Abrams supposed to you start writing
it's
the
like
script.
it's crazy how much Star Wars we're getting, but I feel like not the backlash with Episode 8, but like the sort of thing with 8 is sort of like now it's like, wow, okay, we might need it. Like I think they're gonna wait until like Episode 9 will come out, and then we'll get like loads of news.
I do have a question. So.
And then I think people will be ready for
the Game of Thrones. The Game of Thrones writers, Benioff and Weiss, they haven't done Star Wars before. They've only obviously done Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they're getting a trilogy. They're getting a trilogy.
Rian Johnson did Episode 8.
Yeah,
and he's getting a trilogy or whatever, or a separate film, maybe a TV series.
No, just a trilogy.
Just trilogy. Okay, so whatever they're getting. Do you feel as though this, because it's Dave Filoni and he's obviously proven himself with Star Wars?
Yeah.
Do you think this is like a surefire, straight put into production? Unlike Rian Johnson and Weiss, the Game of Thrones writers, because they haven't done anything, so they have to pitch the thing.
To be honest,
but because it's Dave Filoni, he can just go straight in.
Well, I think Rian Johnson proved himself with Episode 8, and they announced it even before Episode 8 came out, so they're sort of like, we know you guys. I reckon all three of them surefire things, because they wouldn't announce it. They wouldn't. Star Wars are very good at like not letting stuff like this come out, but yeah, I reckon they're surefire things. Unless Rian Johnson comes out with a horrible film like Fantastic, like what happened with Josh Trank, or if if the next season of Game of Thrones is absolute terrible, like they just I don't know something that would offend the fans, then I reckon they're surefire things.
I reckon they are, but I reckon we will see obviously as well because it's I don't know if it's easier to make a TV series than it is films, but I reckon we'll see this Dave Filoni TV series quicker than we will see Rian Johnson's and the Rise.
Yeah, I think for sure just because of the timeline, because like Rebels is going to be over, so people who want the TV aspect of Star Wars, I reckon that's going to turn around faster. And it's like we've still got so many films. Like,
do you another question? Sorry, I've just started thinking about this. Where do you reckon it'll be? Do you reckon it'll be on Netflix? Do you reckon it'll be on a kids show? Do you reckon it'll be like
Disney Live?
Disney Live?
Disney Live on Netflix would be the one for me. Like if they buy Netflix, or they'll come up with Because I reckon they'll want. If they're doing that like mobster sort of like bounty hunter thing that Lucas was touching on, I reckon that's going to be more, not R-rated, but sort of like older audience, or maybe even R-rated, and so it sort of lean more towards that. But if they're doing something that's sort of for everyone, I reckon definitely Disney Live. But yeah, Marvel buys when Disney buys out Netflix. Easy going. Or maybe Hulu. But I feel like it would. Netflix would be the big reveal because that's the two big names. The two big names are Netflix and Star Wars.
If it's live action, it's definitely going on Netflix. If it's an animation, I feel as though it's going on Disney XD.
Oh no, like I don't think that like literally it was like the next show's coming, but it was a heavy lean to like it was going to be live action. Yeah.
Sweet.
Because like what else can you do in animation really?
Should we go to the chat board and then should we play a few songs?
Yeah, any chat board.
We've got
TV
a lot.
questions.
No, we've had a lot of
we've
Doctor
got
Who and
a
stuff.
load.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, boy.
So it's been a great logo. We talked about Iris and Speed Powers, the rebranding, productions. Oh god, we got so much. Jibble also wrote some of the strongest episodes, Pawn Life, The Power of Three. I do remember, I don't remember the episode titles, but I probably remember those. Hopefully he might bring Torchwood back as well. I doubt
Torchwood was a cool show.
Doubt Torchwood's
I
coming
liked
back.
the little thing with the face of Bowen.
Captain Jack, yeah.
Jack. I was like,
rad.
that was cool.
That was really cool.
Also liked it. Oh, what was her face? Every time she saw him, so she saw him, the first time she saw him, it was last time she was going to see him, and it was the first time the Doctor saw him. The last time he saw her.
Oh, what, his wife?
No, it might be a wife. It was
River
this
Song.
woman.
Professor
Yeah.
River Song,
Is that his wife? Yeah.
That's his wife, yeah.
Thought so, yeah. Yeah, because he's a dad and granddad, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because he has little references to it.
They've changed the cameras and visual effects. Yeah, once again, that's just a rebrand. Torchwood won't come back until season 5. Yeah, no, I thought Torchwood's not coming back anytime soon.
Yeah.
Can live in hope. No Jacob. 11 is not crap. 11 is crap. Matt was good up until Clara. Matt was not good until anything. I feel bad for Capaldi. He's got some of the worst stories. His last series was strong. His last series was strong. Like that's what I'm saying. His
like
last
that's the
series
one.
was really good.
Yeah, the bit I watched, it made me actually want to go back and.
Liam,
check
Liam's also. I always liked Capaldi as his scripts were scored. I had the potential. And then when his script started to improve, I was just like, no, Capaldi is...
Goes, yeah. But he was always wanting a short thing.
Capaldi should have done with it. Yeah, no, exactly. Capaldi did. Showrunner, yes. If Iris is pregnant, then maybe she has the baby's powers. Ooh.
Oh, sort of like what they're doing with to see. Maybe.
Oh,
Two babies on the Flash.
Oh my god. They're turning into Arrow.
That would mean that, oh my goodness. This is your sister. No, what is it?
What?
I'm trying to. My brain's really hurting. What would Joe's babies be in relation to Iris's babies?
Oh,
Cousins,
I don't know.
Nephews.
This is him. I don't know this either. We'll figure it out later. It will
Something.
go on Disney's own streaming platform they're working on. Yeah, Disney Life. Yeah, the Star Wars shows are going
Well,
on
that's
Disney Life.
like they're not putting main stuff on it yet. So like
when they start sticking stuff in,
yeah,
they will.
Or when they buy Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
So we have entered the comic section of the show today.
We have. We're talking about comics now.
We are. We're sort of going back to last week's thing. So if you weren't listening last week,
not this again.
It's on YouTube. So we came up with because Justice League No Justice sort of brought out all these different teams, and we sort of had our little 5. It was all of them had like their own little team color and like 5 members.
Yep.
You want to know more? Yeah, that show last week. That listen, it was a good show. It's decent. But we came up with our 5 shows, and then our 5 team members, and coming up with team colours.
Oh, we.
Can you remember your team colour? Because I remember you picked it out.
No.
Do you want to go through your team?
Yeah, I do. I want a little bit of I want to tell you what happened when you weren't there. You went to the gym and you said, "Oh, do you want to look over the notes for my show?" And I said, "For the show." And I said, "Yeah, sure." I looked over the notes for the show, and I completely forgot about this part. So while I was watching Walking Dead, I sat there with my phone trying to type out a Justice League team that all had the same color.
Oh wow! So you've changed your team just to match the colours?
No, I couldn't do it. Carl was dying in front of me, so I had to kind of
nice.
My team composed of Batman, Jon Stew and Hal Jordan, Captain Cold, Lex Luthor, The Flash, and Dr. Fate.
Oh, but we narrowed it down to 5.
But we did narrow it down to 5.
Yeah,
so it was Batman. You got rid of? Yes, I can. It was Captain Cold. It was Captain Cold, Lex Luthor, the Dr. Fate, Hal, and Batman.
If you're stuck, I reckon, apart from Batman, because Batman's
Yeah, it was green.
You could go blue and green.
And I think mine was blue and green because I remember talking
That'd
to you
be
about it in the
cool.
week and saying blue and green. I think that was my
That's
theme.
a little dope.
I think I might stick Flash in a blue and green outfit. I think I might swap Batman out for Flash and go.
Or just have Batman just like, no, I'm not playing that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I guess he could have a blue and green. Yeah, Batman could style it out.
I would
Maybe like all black, but like the little bat symbols,
It's
like
green,
instead of
yeah.
like having the yellow, it's got like green on it.
That'd
I reckon that look pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick actually. Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm going with green, and I've only got one Green Lantern there. Wow. I'm going with greeny blue, and that's my team.
If
I reckon they
anyone's
can
out there
wreck.
wants to go make them.
Yeah, if anybody else there would like to go make my Justice League team, please do.
With the colour, who knows? If we get that bored, we might do it.
Genuinely, I think we will at
Just
some point.
paint.
Edited it for a YouTube show. What is your team and what is your colour?
My team was Booster Gold. Oh, I can't remember. My 5 was Barry Allen Flash,
Yep.
Hal Jordan, Nightwing, Booster Gold, and Soups.
Yep.
So I went for blue and gold.
Of course.
I reckon Nightwing. I'm thinking like his because obviously usually he wears black and like the blues in the middle, but I reckon instead of black it'd be like gold, and obviously Booster Gold's like blue and gold as it is. Superman like blue. It's got the blue. Yeah, it all worked too.
Wasn't
And
there
also
already
the Flash. The Flash as well would be really cool. Like maybe the blue suit he sort of gets when he's evil.
Isn't there a blue and thingy in the one anyway?
A blue and gold team.
Yeah. I'm having a look. I think
Definitely, maybe.
definitely. Yeah, no. Let me have a look at.
Maybe the team Superman's on.
No, I think there's already a.
A blue and gold. No.
No, it's
There's a
purple.
bright coloured one.
No,
Yeah.
there is no blue. All right.
Purple and gold.
There's no green one either, so I'm good.
Yeah.
We've got
our
teams that they can legit be canon.
Woohoo!
Woo!
That's ours. Again, if you've got yours, let us know. And let us know your team colour.
Let's know your team color. Yeah, tell us your.
Last week as well, we sort of touched up on this,
Oh, God.
but now there's a story to back it up. So there's a new Avengers lineup.
Yep.
Oh, can you get the lineup first
I can.
before you try and work out your team?
Damn it.
There's a new Avengers lineup. It's sort of like a callback to. This is part of like the Marvel relaunch, and they're bringing back sort of like some of the Avengers some of the Avengers
Didn't we go
which
through
are
this?
filming the teams. No, we went through this together in person.
Oh, we did, yeah. All right. So
Amazing.
is that the whole? That's the lineup, surely.
That's the line. Yeah, and it says because it's quite interesting. If you scroll down, you can like read it out. maybe.
Okay. Yeah, but these aren't. This was the team.
Or
that
you
was-
could just we could do the picture. if you
Okay,
want.
we'll do the picture. So on the team comprised is Thor Odin's son with new and improved Mjolnir.
Yeah, boy.
And an arm, by the seams of it. We have Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, Steve Rogers, Captain America, Black Panther, T'Challa. We have She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters, Tony Stark, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, I'm
And
going to say
Doctor Strange.
Robbie Reyes,
Yeah.
and that is Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange.
How crazy is it that Ghost Rider's on it?
How crazy that there's Ghost Riders on it. Also, Iron Man has had 2 civil wars with that team, Steve and Carol.
Yeah. But now they're getting along. It just shows. It just shows that despite your differences and despite the arguments you have, you can still come together and save the world.
Are you going to pick this up?
Yeah, sure.
Are you?
Yeah, because I'm on that no surrender hype. I reckon I'll pick it up.
Also,
Bit good. There's not a spider person in there, but
two
you could cameo.
two things. I watched Iron Man 2 recently, and when he makes the new element, he makes it into a triangle.
And they've
On
got
that
the triangle
cover
there.
is a triangle on Tony's chest.
Why? Also, as well, they've brought back Tony. They brought back Cap the way you know, and they brought back Thor.
Yeah, it's the originals, isn't it? It's the meant to be doing.
Yeah.
It's the originals.
Oh, the ones people most know.
Also, I
Because
saw-
unfortunately, Ant-Man and Wasp,
Yeah.
you know.
I saw an article before I came on the radio actually, and it was Marvel's Jane Foster Thor is the best Thor that there's ever been, and that's why they're killing her.
fair.
Because obviously, unfortunately, Jane Foster's dying soon. in the
Yeah,
comics.
because that was the whole thing. That was the whole reason she got the powers. She
And
got cancer.
it
on it.
now makes sense for Thor to come back with a new Mjolnir and Thor to become worthy again. But yeah, I might pick up more Jane Foster Thor because it's getting really interesting. Like, unfortunately, I've watched the
Yeah.
video on it. It's the death of Thor, and like it's coming. Like the next 2 issues, unfortunately, she's not lasting. But she was really good.
You know, it's really interesting as well. So they introduced this Voyager character in Avengers No Surrender, and they make it canon that she was a founding father. She's not on this team. I was like,
Oh wow.
so okay.
Oh.
Do you want to delay so you can make up your Avengers team?
I've got my Avengers
and
team.
we
I'm
can do-
just checking if there's anybody I want that's better.
Okay, so we
'Cause
said like 8 people because there's 8 people in this lineup.
Oh.
Last week we did like a little one, and mine was comprised of Spider people. I also want to apologise to one Spider person, Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hare. I'm sorry I forgot you. I I feel like I betrayed you. I would definitely involve you in my Spider Avengers team, but I think Jacob's gonna disallow me.
I've introduced a rule
Yeah.
that you can only have people that have been brought on as Avengers before.
Well,
Because I think that makes sense.
I think Avengers 2099.
I mean, I'll allow it.
Oh wait, people who've been Avengers before. I thought you were gonna say like you only allowed one Spider.
No, you're allowed multiple spiders.
Right
I'm just
then.
implementing.
Sorry, my team's changed.
I'm just implementing.
I'm gonna Google every Spider person that's been an Avenger.
I think I've got my team, to be honest. I'm just having a look.
Yeah, go on then.
Well, I'm honestly, I'm having a look if there's.
Oh no, come on,
What?
stick with your guns.
Come on, let me.
Have you got your 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, stick with your 8, man.
Look,
Believe in them.
I am. Well, the thing is, I'm flicking through and I've read some of these and I'm just like,
Yeah,
I have Dazzler. She's cool.
Dazzler is dope.
Wait,
Yeah.
Cable.
Yeah, Cable's been in
He beat up the Avengers.
Oh,
I have an issue of the Avengers where he beats up the Avengers. No, it's fine. I'll stick with those.
Good.
Right. Okay, my team.
Proud of you. Happy.
Cap, Steve
Stevie B.
Rogers,
Stevie boy.
Daredevil, Matt Murdock,
Nice.
Wolverine, Jimmy Logan Hudson, and it just went dead. So thank you. Hawkeye, Clint Barton.
Nice.
Changed a few of these people out. Hank Pym.
Ooh,
I changed because
nice.
Agent Venom hasn't been in the
Wackbeat, yeah.
Avengers. Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, go on.
Well, I need some brains in there.
What? Yeah, but what kind of brains do you want? Do you want like
I have got Mr. Fantastic in there
a
as well.
Richard head?
You can say it. It's past 9.
I know, but I like to keep the sugar honey iced tea PG.
You're Chill Mancunian, I'm Angry
Yeah.
Marshman. I've got Hank Pym.
I know, so it works as well because Reed Richards.
Well, he can bring
Richard
He
head.
can bring in Scott Lang in later issues.
Okay.
Moon Knight, obviously, not letting that get away from me. Wolverine or Daredevil can keep him under wraps because he's the street man with Daredevil.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got like a sort of street level.
Got Mr. Fantastic. He's the brains. He's also he not keeps the team together, but he's still got his stretchy powers. And
keeps the team together.
no. The person that keeps the team together is my last one, and that's She-Hulk, because she keeps them together, and she's like, "No, you'll do what I say." God damn it! And her and Matt can go all lawyer when they need to be secret.
It'd be cool. Like just thinking the contrast between Rogers and Reed as well. I reckon they'd butt heads.
They would probably,
They
which is
butt-
why I was looking for better people on this list,
Butt
but I wasn't
heads.
allowed to. I haven't got a color because Marvel don't stick.
No,
with
oh
this.
no, no. That's not. I've not got a color.
I've not got a color. Who have you got? Do you know?
Well, no. Part of me wants to do the joke one now and just be like pick a load of
Spider.
Because I was gonna say Miles Morales, Peter Parker have been. Doc Ock when he was Superior Spider-Man has been.
Oh, really?
Sandman's been an Avenger. Spider-Woman, so that would be 5. Human Touch. Oh no.
You got Spider-Woman.
Yeah, Spider-Woman's been an Avenger. Even if Wikipedia disagrees with me.
No, Spider-Woman's been in Avengers 1991. Same team as Sandman and Spider-Man.
Also, as well, I've seen it. Like, I've actually read her in Avengers. To be fair, I would have a Ant-Man and Wasp. We had Scott Lang and the daughter Nia.
I don't know. Do you want me to give it a Google?
No, well, she would have been on there as well.
Oh, okay.
But no, I'd go for not Janet, the daughter.
No.
Yes, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah, go on. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Peter Parker.
Yep.
Miles, Human Torch. Cap.
Yep. Steve.
Steve Rogers. Riri Williams.
Oh, yeah?
Just so Miles and Finger, because she's really smart as well.
I don't think she's been an Avenger.
Oh, actually not.
She's not. She's been a no, she hasn't.
You're
Yeah.
not including champions.
Because do you know what? I would have switched her out for She-Hulk otherwise. I want Riri in mine.
No, that's fair then. Oh, damn. Is there Amadeus Cho been one?
Yep.
Go on then. Amadeus Cho can go there.
What's his name?
Amadeus Cho.
Yeah, I know. She-Hulk. Amadeus Cho. Yeah, there you go.
What's Amadeus Cho name? Amadeus Cho. I've lost where I am, man. and Franklin Richards.
Oh, you bastard! Has he been on the Avengers?
He's been on the Future Foundation.
That's
if he's
not
been on it.
Franklin.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Ha!
Oh, you got me there, Sonny Jim. The Thing, because him
You'd have
and
the thing, would you?
yeah, him and someone's got to drive the fantastic car. Him and Human Touch.
The
that was
Avengers
a good
mobile.
little thing. And also like,
Sweet.
especially if it was currently, because like he's sort of like helping Johnny, get back into the swing of things.
I'm going to ask people out there, what's your Justice League and Avengers teams?
Yeah, I can't even remember mine, so don't try and quote me on it.
What have we got in comic book news as well?
Maybe I involved the Spider-Woman. It's a mix. Any character I mention that you want to throw in my team and say I put in my team,
Yeah.
I will let you.
I tell you what, how about we put a list, so after the show we'll put a list up, and then people can switch them out with random characters, and then by the end we could just have a random team.
We could do like a little, because you know like they have March Madness for American football, where they have like a draft and stuff like that. We could draft our own little Avengers teams and our own little Justice League teams, and by the end have like our own little thing. So we could divide it up by like, so we could have like a Spider People's round, and then the winning Spider gets on our team. We could have a Hulk round or whatever, or we can have like a space round and different kind of rounds.
That sounds
the
pretty cool.
Genius round. And do you want to do that?
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
We just planned that on air.
We did. God damn, that sounds cool.
I reckon, yeah, we'll work out the logistics, and I reckon that could be good. March Madness, and we make our dream. Because our Justice Leagues are pretty set in stone, which is why I'm thinking Avengers is like, that would be a good
also,
one too.
there's more members of the Avengers.
And as well with Avengers as well, March, yeah, it's sort of leading on to Infinity War, because Infinity War will be in April. Yeah, let's do that, bro.
Let's
Especially for times when we've got like, we need a
we
bit
need
of
to kill
filler,
a good half an hour.
Like we've not got a film out, or we've not got like something to talk
What news have we
Hulk
got?
is back, and he's mad as hell is literally what the title says, as the famous quote in the film goes, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore."
Hulk is back and he's mad as hell.
Literally they put that, and I was like, I was like, I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna, and I was trying to work out where it's from, and then you found it, and
found
it's
a
like,
link,
Network 1976,
Oh, wow,
a year before Star Wars.
Fair play.
And it's hilarious. Like I love it. I must know it because like other things quote it, but like I've heard that I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Or to paraphrase that film, I'm a Hulk being. God damn it, my life has value. But yeah, Hulk's back, and he's very angry because last time we saw him, he got killed as Banner by a good guy Hawkeye.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, but he's getting his own new series. It's against part of the relaunch, so it's Immortal Hulk. So
I did see.
he's going to be very angry and apparently immortal now.
I did see. So I saw the video that Hulk was coming back in Avengers No Surrender,
Yeah.
and I knew that Hydra or the Hand had a system in bringing him back. I was just unaware of how they would get so it's Bruce Banner, yeah.
To the level, yeah. Brucey
I'm
boy.
excited to see. Hasn't he got a haircut as well now?
Yeah.
Hasn't he got a mohawk?
Yeah, like losing his hair a bit.
I'm excited to see what they do. Obviously, with No Surrender, they by the looks of it, Avengers are getting absolutely effed in No Surrender.
Yeah, well,
so
No Surrender is pretty cool because it's like Finn in the Herd.
they need a hero to come in and beat. So
Well, I'm interested to see where he stands, whether he becomes like if he's a force against him to start off with, and then
of course.
Also, it's going to be interesting to see because like Amadeus Cho was like the Hulk for a bit, and he brought out this sort of like chilled out, oh yeah, totally awesome Hulk, like chilled out Hulk vibe. But now we're getting the Hulk that everyone knows, just angry, hitting things and making a mess, causing a ruckus.
No, Banner, you friend.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not the only character getting a new series. Multiple Man included this because I knew you'd like it.
Oh, yes. I can't wait to talk about this. Multiple Man is one of my favorite.
And we're gonna mute Jacob again. No, joking.
Multiple Man is one of my favorite characters out there for people who know me or don't know me. I love Multiple Man. His name's Jamie Madrox. And he has the power to duplicate himself, and like when he comes under immense pressure, so if he hits himself against a wall, multiple people come out. Interesting fact: did you know he's not a mutant?
What?
He's a kill crop. I'm not. I think he had it from birth, where mutants get it. Mutants get it in extreme stages in puberty, or like extreme emotions during puberty.
Yeah.
Whereas he had the ability to duplicate from birth, and it's even worse, multiple babies. That'd be terrible.
Oh wow, that'd be terrifying. Oh, I thought it was twins.
but-
I didn't feel like I was pushing out twins.
One of my favorite series of all time is X Factor Investigations from like 2005, 2009, I think. And it's got Multiple Man, and he leads the team, and he's such a sarcastic shit that I just love him, and I love his character, and I love the way they write him, and I cannot wait. I'm giving it a Google. I
Yeah.
cannot wait for this series.
I'm just thinking, you remember that terrible reality show, and it was like living with this woman gave birth to like 8 babies or something.
Oh yeah.
Just imagine that, but
As well, I know he was. I did have just seen it on a link, but I will talk about it. He was just killed by the Terrigen Mists.
well, that was the thing, wasn't it, as well? Because I remember
He
they were saying, oh, but what happens if it's not the actual him?
It's
or-
not the actual. Of course, it's not.
it's
All
one
right. I do want to read through this, but I'll read through this in my own separate time.
One of them meant multiple versions of himself, which is a great way to like sort of like get away with killing him.
Do you know
It wasn't the real
when he
him.
sends out a dupe into real life, he can say the dupe can go like lectures and learn all the stuff, and then when he absorbs them, he just absorbs the information.
Oh, dude, I could so do with that.
I love that power.
You'd
I
be
want that
so
power.
rich and like so knowledgeable.
He sends people to Japan just to learn the culture, and then they come back and he knows all this stuff.
Dude.
I was reading an issue and he said he doesn't actually know how many dupes he's sent out, and he doesn't actually know how many.
Oh mate, you gotta keep a lock on that because one day you just see one out.
One of his dupes has a family and starts a family, and then he has to.
It's like Roger from American Dad, and it's like his multiple identities, you know, and he's like. Yeah, sorry, you were saying.
No, like he doesn't know if to kill him or not and end it because he's a dupe and he needs the information, or if he just leaves him. And I think at the end of the issue, he just leaves him. He just leaves him to have his happy life.
Like,
but I'm excited to see this, and I'm excited to see they include like Strong Guy, and if they'll bring back the X Factor, and if he's dead. I need to read this article. Actually, I'm really interested. Also, maybe have a film coming out about him, James Franco, which is going to be so cool.
But a bit of drama with James Franco now.
Why? What's happening with James Franco?
Oh, have you not heard?
No.
The claims in Scarlett Johansson talked about it. Yeah.
All right. Oh,
that's
I did
old.
hear.
That is old news. Yeah.
I did hear,
that was,
actually. Yeah.
Reason why people think he got panned for the Oscars.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
I'm excited for this multiple man series. That is going straight on my pull as soon as I get the chance.
Straight at my
Straight
my pull. You wanted to talk about metal for a bit. I can talk about Countdown to Infinity, but I'll let you talk about metal first because metal's a bit.
Because metal's terrible.
Well, it's a bit.
I read.
So a couple of
we picked up a bunch of issues recently. I picked
a load of issues, you know what I mean? If anyone wants to help us with
loneliness,
we got a call,
crying, illnesses.
Here, there's a number for it. Yeah, you can go on. Oh, that was a terrible joke. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I picked up DC Metal issue 5, and I picked up 0.1, like the Wild Hunt. Metal 5 is alright, but like the DC heroes are getting absolutely fucked. Like there is no hope for the DC heroes. Batman and Superman have died. I think the only hope.
Plastic Man's still in his egg.
Plastic Man's still in his egg. The only hope is resting on Mr. Terrific and Hal Jordan. And Martian Manhunter. He's just popped up now.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter. I feel a bit more strongly about.
Yeah.
Maybe Hal a bit. Actually, Hal can do some pretty good.
But like Plastic Man's still in his egg. I genuinely think there's no like. If they pull this out of the bag in issue 6, it'll be amazing. Because honestly, I'm just accepting the DC.
Wait, the team or the writers' team as well?
Both.
Oh my goodness, they've made the story decent.
Literally, and it's really weird. And like, it was like, oh, tune in for the penultimate issue, and I was like, oh my god, it's ending. Thank God.
Do you think they've stretched it out too far? Because I feel like, not in a bad way, but I feel like there was some hype to this story, but it's also sort of like a filler towards Doomsday Clock, and now it's out at the same time as Doomsday Clock, and people are sort of like, I'd rather.
I personally, I think if they'd have stretched it out, and they'd have like, I completely forgot what you said, but they'd have stretched it out if they'd have done more than 6 issues. But because they've done 6 issues.
Oh no, I mean like, do you think it's because of the delays and stuff like that? Do you think it's been?
Oh no, they definitely.
It's
the delays
been
and
too
stuff,
far.
yeah.
Like it wasn't supposed to, like. If it came out when it was supposed to come out, like this was just maybe supposed to be filler before Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, essentially.
Just right, here's the mini event before Doomsday, but now they're at
Doomsday Clock's on 12 issues. It will be on 12 issues. It's on issue 4 right now. Issue 4's coming out.
So you're catching up on it.
I know. Issue 4's out, and Doomsday Clock is on the 5th and final, or on the 6th and final now. The next one to come out next month. And it's just crazy. Like,
You mean Metal?
Pardon?
Metal's on its last one.
Yeah, I do mean Metal, yeah.
Just checking for continuity.
Sorry, yeah.
It's all right, don't worry.
It's metal. It messes with your brain.
It does.
But I do want to rant. I'll finish my metal rant with the last issue that I read. It was meant to be a 0.5 apparently, and I didn't know I was picking this up. And it was called The Wild Hunt, and it was meant to focus on the Joker the Batman that laughs, and it was meant to focus on essentially them losing. Like it was told from the villain's point of view, and it was like
I think I saw there was a thing that was like all the different villains of the. Is it different Batmans? And,
yeah,
all the different
it was told from them, and it was them going down and hunting the Justice League, like Aquaman and Deathstroke and all that stuff. And it featured this chimp that can talk. No, I'm not joking. Features this chimp that can talk, and it was meant to be this other world or something. Like I think he was meant to be Batman or something like that, the world's greatest detective. And I read
Batman is a chimp.
Legit on one of the ends, yeah.
Sick. Sorry, Cara.
I read this issue, and like the chimp was losing his intellect and stuff like that, and like not realizing who said it, and it was Socrates and stuff. And I read this issue, and if anybody can help me understand this issue, please do, because I read this issue, and I genuinely think this is probably the worst single issue I've ever read. I read it, and I put it down, and I was so happy that I finished it. I never, ever... No. I can't recommend metal to anyone. I can recommend the first one. I can recommend maybe the second one. I can't recommend any of the others.
Yeah, the series, like if someone's waiting for the trade, would you say, just
honest, like
just leave it out.
I really wish they'd have just because after the second one, all the strikes and the delays started happening. So I really wish they didn't and just continued it, because then they would like it's when you have a good idea and you just keep bouncing off and you keep going, and you keep writing.
Yeah, and you've got the flow.
They took a break, and obviously then they didn't know what they were writing.
You're lost with the story,
and they lost, and like so the fans. And they could have done so much other stuff. They just didn't.
And people are still expecting it to come out and still wanting more from it. And, there was to go back to Kevin Smith. He did a story with Spider-Man, and he did 3 issues, and then took like a 2-year break, and then went back to it. And it was a totally different story, but it's pretty cool. It's one with Black Cat.
Bloody hell.
But yeah, like those kind of stuff, like it's.
What else did we pick up this week? We picked up metal.
I picked up Infinity Countdown.
You did pick up Infinity
Countdown.
Countdown. What was that? I'm gonna borrow that from you.
It was dope. It's basically setting up the next big non-event.
Yeah.
But like all the stones are back, and they're basically just saying because Marvel was, the whole universe was restarted with Secret Wars, but the stones were spread out from that restart. And obviously, it's the Infinity War film's coming out, so it's sort of alluding to that. But it's
of course it is. Infinity
more interesting though is like they're using X-Men and stuff like that. Wolverine's a big part of the issue. He's just really cool, and it just goes through basically who has all the different stones. Won't go too much into spoilers, but like it was a promising first issue. It was the Prime. I didn't pick up the Adam Warlock first tie-in. I might pick it up, but I'm mainly focusing on because whenever Marvel do this, they always do these events, and there's so many different times, and most of the time they don't really matter. They do give you extra little tidbits, like if you really are interested, but I'm collecting so much now because of Spider-Man and Avengers and DC stuff as well. I'm not just total fanboy, although Titans is ending soon apparently, so that's making me upset. But Booster Girl's still going strong, man. Got more and more Booster coming, so that's
in Action Comics.
That's keeping me going. Yeah, he's still in Action Comics, and he's going to be in Batman. But yeah, so the Infinity Countdown, all these different people. There's a cool little Hank Pym as Ultron. It's like a little cut. That was cool. And then so on the cover they show it's all the different people who have the stones, and it's all the different hands. And the obvious one you thought, because I pointed out to you, was like, who do you think that is? And it looks like the Thing's arm. But it's the Super Skrull who's, got all the different powers from the Fantastic Four. So it's kind of cool that, even though they're, because this is appealing to a new audience, because Infinity War's coming out. That's the Infinity Stones. I'll read that. That they're still including the characters that aren't part of Disney. Now, of course, you could say, but they bought Fox and now they're going to include them, which is a good little thing. But I'm just glad to see more back. That's also what I'm reading as well. Marvel 2-in-1. That's picking up. Yeah, they found... Reed Richards was revealed. It wasn't. It was this crazy guy that's called the Mad Thinker, and he has this meeting with Doctor Doom, and then it all goes. Yeah, it doesn't work out too well for him, and it's like they're all this argument, and he goes, "Well, if you're going to pretend to be Iron Man, Tony Stark, then I guess I can be." And he shaves his head to look like Reed Richards, and it looks like a crazy Reed Richards, which is again, bit of clickbait when you see that image. Like, Reed Richards has gone crazy. It's not actually Reed Richards, but it's cool. Yeah, Human Torch and Finger looking for the other two members. I'm enjoying it really. I think That's doing really well.
I have it. No, I've heard
That's
some people.
yeah, Marvel 2-in-1's doing really well. Avengers No Surrender again, that's kicking off strong. That's doing well, keeping going. Obviously Hulk's coming back. And yeah, Infinity Countdown, everything I'm reading is good. And of course I'm reading all this Spider stuff. Yeah, Osborn's connected with the Carnage symbiote, and yeah, stuff's going down now. Red Goblin. It's a crazy storyline, but you know, spiders in it.
I've heard. I've heard a lot of people like talking about Marvel One, Marvel 2
Marvel
One,
2-in-1,
and it's been. Genuinely,
it is good. I just wanted to keep going. To be honest, Chip Zdarsky, Chip Skylar. No, Chip Zdarsky's doing really well with it, and he's writing this week. It's the 300th issue of Spectacular Spider-Man, so I'm really interested in that.
Also, I forgot to mention I picked up Flash.
Yes, that's the Flash War, wasn't it?
Kind of, question mark. It's like, so what's
Well, I know it said Flash War on the
yeah,
cover.
it will be, so
unless they false advertised.
Kinda. Grodd's attacked. Grodd's back with his superpowers, and he's taken the Speed Force from Barry, which literally happened like 6 issues ago.
Always losing that Speed Force.
Always losing the Speed Force.
At least Wally's keeping it.
The art on it, though, like, I am always amazed. I turn a page on all of those Flash comics. Josh Williamson, I think. I turn a page on every one of those Flash comics, and I am amazed at the art. Because the way they draw the Speed Force, because Wally West has white lightning, and Kid Flash has red, and Barry has yellow lightning, and it looks incredible.
Gingy Wally.
Gingy Wally.
Got the white in it, yeah.
I'm amazed. Like, sometimes the story's a bit like, but the way they draw it is fantastic.
The art keeps you involved, yeah.
And although it is Grodd, and although I hate Grodd, wow, what a surprise, I hate something. I don't like Grodd, but like the story that they've got for it is really cool. And because Barry's powerless, he's in Central City, and Wally West is the defender. Wally West is left.
Well, I'm glad, because that's like the ending Titans, and the ending Titans storyline wise as well. And this latest issue of Titans was basically just like, oh, what are they up to now, or like 5 years later thing. But it focused more on Roy Harper, and it did a little bit with Dick and Wally, like, sort of hanging out, like, we can still hang out even though we're not Titans. But the Justice League, Batman told Dick to stop the Titans, and people are like, oh, don't worry, they'll appear in other stuff. But like Justice League No Justice had a mix of villains, Justice League members, and Teen Titans. I'm just worried about where, like, some of the Titans are gonna be fine. Like, Nightwing's got his own series. Wally West is gonna pop up in the Flash. I kind of wish he had his own series, because I reckon he can pull his own series. Like, I reckon you can have a Flash and, well, a Wally West Flash series going at the same time. Like, I'm really interested in, like, obviously the two of them together is great, but the two of them together is great, but then if it happens for too long, they're taken away from each other's stories. They're taken away maybe from the younger Black Wally West as well, like that dynamic. And the Flash War is going to be cool. Like, there's no doubt. And the three of the Flashes being all together, that's going to be sick. But I just hope that Titans comes back, because they were doing some really good stuff on it. And for it to just end, I'm like, because they had so many plans, and every story they've done, like every arc, I've really enjoyed, and it's had a satisfying ending. And yes, this will have a satisfying, like, they've managed to make it so, like, if it does end, it is a nice ending. But I don't want it to end, basically. Yeah. With the, Nightwing movie being delayed, but it's still happening. We've got the Titans TV show. Just makes sense. Just keep it all rolling, baby. Keep it all happy.
Well, I'm just trying to think. What else we picked? We've got to pick. I've got Moon Knight.
Is there anything on the chat board?
We haven't got any Justice League teams or Avengers
teams
just
yet. Like anything. Well, yeah. I'm happy with that, man.
Good.
I mean, I ended it on a bummer note. We're just like, oh man, they're getting rid of Titans.
We're getting rid of Titans. I know.
What bit of positivity can I have? There's got to be some.
There's got to be some
positivity.
Metal's ending. Metal's ending.
Oh no! Come on, we need to end the show on a happy note. Oh, I've just got my happy note. I just got my happy thought. I'm going off to Neverland. I'm about ready to fly. So, in this latest issue of Amazing Spider-Man...
this...
Spider-Man and Mockingbird, didn't call her Mockingjay, Fraser, Bobby Morse, Peter Parker and her broke up. Sad time to know, well, partly, but he bumped into Mary Jane. He's covering, this event for the Daily Bugle Science, and obviously she's there for Stark Industries. She's leading Stark Industries. And they were only together for a small bit of pages, but I was like, my heart was like, this could happen. They're bringing him back. Like, there's a little hope here. And they just play on it, and like it's a nice little thing of because he has to go to be Spider-Man, and obviously when he goes to be Spider-Man, he leaves his clothes and he goes back to a apartment and he opens the door and goes, "Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot," and it's a nice little nod. I was like, yes, and then she goes, I guess it's old habits, and because she picks up his clothes, it's like your clothes are in there. And, I guess it's old habits, and he's like, I'm sorry about that, and it's like, hey, I didn't say it was bad habits, and I was like, yes. So that's my happy note.
Okay.
That is my happy note.
Okay, just put it out there. Just to put the word out there. Somebody, please, any point. I've done this multiple times. It hasn't worked. Somebody just please come up to Fraser and say the line.
Open the door and go. Open the door and go. Face it, Tiger.
Face it, Tiger.
You just hit the jackpot. I mean, if you look like Mary Jane, it will help. But
I do that to you multiple times. I just get told to fuck off.
It's because you keep saying it wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You go. Face Tiger. You just hit the. Oh man.
Face it, jackpot. You hit a tiger.
Face it, Jack. You just hit a. Oh man, no. Wait, I can do this. It's okay,
and I'm wearing
Jacob.
the white Spider-Man with the Spidey shirt, and it's like a crop top and the hot pants. Yeah.
Just doing it. It's easy.
Shall we?
I appreciate the effort, but.
Shall we go to our last song and then we can wrap it up?
It's closing time.
This
Because we did it last week, and that's the show. We'll come up with a better end thing. Maybe suggest an end thing.
Yeah.
We could have our own little da-da-da-da-da-da. That's Geek.
This Geek of the Week. This has been Geek of the Week. Thank you very much for listening. It is 8 till 10 Wednesdays, new comic book day, and you have been listening to a very chill Mancunian, a very angry Washman.